Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today, me and my group want to present to you how COVID-19 can lead to a recession in Indonesia. My name is Geysa Pratama from Fiscal Administration.
I'm Kania from Business Administration.
My name is Lubis from Public Administration.
So the first section will introduce by Kania.
Okay, thank you, Geysa. I'm Kania as the first speaker. I will explain about recession in general. And recession, according to the National Bureau of Economic Research, or NBER, is a significant decline in economic activities spread across the economy, lasting more than a few months. And these are indicators according to NBER. First is real GDP, real income, employment, and manufacturing, and retail sales. And have you ever wondering about when is a recession happen, or is it has a precious time? But it has a warning signals. The main cause of recession is 2 consecutive quarters of decline in real GDP. And one of the leading economic indicators experience slowing growth, for example, manufacturing. And when they stop hiring, it means other sectors of the economy will slow. And the final is the recession is underway. And these are factors that cause recession. First, high interest rates affecting the amount of money available to invest. Inflation, as inflation increases, the demand of goods and services decreases. And reduced consumer confidence. If consumers believe the economy is bad, they are less likely to spend money. Reduced real wages refers to wages that have been adjusted for inflation. And these are example about the two contraction about when the recession in 2008, and the first contraction is in the first quarter of 2008, and the second is the fourth quarter of 2008. And refers to Jerome Powell as the chairman of Federal Reserve. Recession that caused by COVID-19 will be different to a normal recession. This is the difference between COVID-19 recession and normal recession. And in normal recession, consumer spending on services are acting as a source of economic stability. And meanwhile, as COVID-19 recession, the service recession is the main actor, and there is no stability anymore because there's no service recession can be done. Okay, that's all for me, and next will be explained by Lubis.
I'm Lubis, and second speaker. I want to explain economic impact felt by Indonesian people as a result of COVID-19. Next. From Katadata.com, 28 million workers who experienced difficulties COVID-19. Next. And this specific data, can you read? Next. Next. In the travel industry on March 16, that at least 511 licensed tour guides in NTT had lost their main source of income. This greatly affects to income people who work in the travel sector. And hotel industry, occupancy rate had dropped 20 and 30%. And in Batam, 9 hotels has closed operation. Too many workers are laid off in hotel industry. And aviation industry, 11 and 7,300 flight cancellation. Airport operations suffered financial loss up to 207 billion. Next. On food and beverage industry, in Surabaya increasing 26% in daily income, and in Bali 80% increase in income in and in retail industry, which experienced a 32% decrease in daily income per outlet on March 60, that the number of mall visitors had dropped by 50%. And in finance, the inability of the business world to pay. In transportation, reduced public mobility national, the fuel price reduction was around 34.9%, and meaning price fraction and excess production. Example of case of Indonesia cannot export goods to China with the condition that China again lockdown. In construction, there is a potential increase in development costs, both caused by supply disruption and caused by change in employment. Automotive, the decline in public demand. The decline in public demand, social purchase distance, and stay at home makes the community must remain at home, so that public interest automotive is decreasing. And UMKM will the threat of a decline in public demand. It will result in the income the UMKM decline, and it's likely to close their business because there is no capital and source of profit. Maybe that's our presentation for me. Thank you.
So now is the third section, economic projection based on current status quo. Next. In macroeconomic scale, slower economy, the struggle of unemployment, and less social interaction can be seen in this consumption growth projection. Because social interaction is limited, economic activity is stuck and lead to lack of productivity and consumption. Because lack of productivity lead to unemployment, because lack of productivity lead to unemployment, the unemployment lead to less spending, and in the end of the day, people can afford what they used to be because they already been unemployed. That is the household consumption. In government side, because there is many projects that be canceled due to coronavirus, the growth in consumption is severely decreased to 60 or 3.73%. But it's not that significant compared to household consumption because some budget already shifted towards fiscal policy in coronavirus pandemic treatment. Next. So next is investment performance, export, import, and exchange rate. Because the economic situation is uncertain, investors withdraw their capital from Indonesia. We can see this trend in IHSG or index harga saham gabungan point in stock market. The point is already fluctuated and decreased severely over and over time. Next is export and import. Because of China is the biggest friend of ours in international trade, in its value by $7.2 billion. Because of the lockdown and slow industry, it affects us severely by 40 to 15.6%, and import fell by 14 to 16.75% in export and import. Because of investment, export, import, and also consumption, it's led to a slower economic, and in the end of the day, it will affect our exchange rates toward the US dollar. Next. So, in the current status quo, we will get the worst scenario is 2.30%, and the worst is minus 0.40%. Compared to normal is 5.30%. If government doesn't do anything to prevent this, we will get a recession because we will get the worst scenario, which is minus 0.40%. And in the end of the day, it will affect in the third quarter, and we will get the 2 consecutive minus GDP, and therefore we will get a recession. Next. This is our reference.
That's all from us.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.